What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Educated Barfly. Today we're going to be doing a martini variation from New York City bartender Sarah Morrissey called a Raspberry Beret. It was definitely named after the Prince song from 1985, which was the hit single off of Prince and the Revolution's album Around the World in a Day. Pretty awesome. You should listen to that drink as you should listen to that drink. You should listen to that song as you make this drink is what I wanted to say. So Sarah Morrissey is the head bartender and cocktail program director at a Tribeca spot called Frenchette, which you should go check out. It's a restaurant bar, and she's run some other programs in New York City. She credits her eye-popping opening moment to having a drink at the famous Milk and Honey. Milk and Honey provided the inspiration for many of today's bartenders because it really revolutionized the style of service. It's something that they pared down. They basically stripped cocktails down to their most elemental, very clean. As you can see, my actually garnishing technique is very, very, very inspired by Milk and Honey. I really like that classic, clean look to cocktails, and that's basically what they did. Milk and Honey was owned by Sasha Petrosky. He opened it back in 2000, I believe, I think in 2000. And it is a bar that has inspired a lot of the bartenders of today. Now, I think you've been hearing the bumping around that has been going around the background, and I just want to say that we're just going to have to deal with some bumps and bangs today because my roof is getting done. The last time it rained, I had a huge sheet of water come through one of the bedrooms, and they're finishing up today. So we're just going to have to deal with it, unfortunately. Today is the last day of work. They were very quiet yesterday, so I was praying and hoping that they would be quiet, and they are not being that quiet today. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with it. So I apologize in advance. We try very hard to make the sound very good, but we are gonna be listening to some bangs and bumps. Hope it doesn't irritate you guys too much. All right, I think that was a bit of a mouthful. I'm gonna get into making this drink. This is now, martini style drinks have not, the stirred drinks have not been doing that well because it's summertime, but this is a very refreshing martini variation. I actually am going to be making a video on the history of the martini because I think that you guys would really like that. That said, there are some people that live below the equator that have been asking me for more kind of winter style drinks because they're experiencing winter. So I've been trying to do as much as I can for them. But today we're going to be doing something that's good for both seasons, very refreshing, but also a stirred drink. Let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is 1/4 ounce. Here, I'm actually going to do the 1/4 ounce. You know what? There's a little, you know what? Hold on a second, guys.
Don't drink from the jigger.
I will, I can do whatever I want in the comfort of my own home. All right, we're going to do 1/4 ounce using the bottom of the jigger base of St. George Raspberry Liqueur. And then we're going to do 1/4 ounce of the Dolan Blanc Vermouth. You do want to use Blanc Vermouth. And honestly, if you can get your hands on Dolan, this is the Chambéry style vermouth that you want to use. It is a bit sweeter than dry vermouth, so dry vermouth isn't going to go as well. And then we're going to do so the specs call for 0.2 ounce, which is just a hair under 1/4. So I'm just going to eyeball that and say this is 0.2. It's kind of a splash, but trying to be as accurate as possible. And then we're gonna do 2 ounces of Plymouth Gin. I think that this cocktail really, really goes well with Plymouth. This is something that you really want to use. Because it is so versatile, it is very citrusy, but it's also botanical. It's a bit like London Dry. London Dry would go well in here, but it is its own style of gin. And if you can get yourself a bottle of Plymouth, which is available in most places, I think you should do this with Plymouth. All right, then we're just gonna do our little cracky poo on our ice. Try not to spill too many things when we do it, but if we spill, my friends, we spill. There we go, big one on top. Give it a nice stir. I got this nice glassware from Plymouth. So this is actually official Plymouth glass that one of the Plymouth reps gave me last year. So I thought since we're doing a Plymouth cocktail and a martini variation, why not do it with a Plymouth glass, an official Plymouth glass. It is a Nick and Nora style glass. It's one of my very favorite glasses for martinis. Just give it a nice stir down. All right, that's about good. And then let us pour into our glass. Ooh, nice wash line on that too. All right, and then we're just gonna garnish with a little sprig of mint, but I think I wanna do like a really small one, you know? Because we're just gonna like put it inside a raspberry, like so. And maybe like stick it on a skewer. And then like, you know what, we'll do it this way. How's that, Marius? Is that leaf like too big?
No, it's
No?
okay.
Okay. All right, let's taste it. So that does everything that a good martini should do. The gin is the star of the show. It is balancing itself really well between the raspberry and the gin, which is the utmost. But then you have, you know, that dry vermouth on the finish, and you've got that Cocchi Americano just lightly sweetening it. Just sweetening it ever so slightly. Ooh, that's good. That is, I mean, I'd say it's crushable, but it's all alcohol, so you got to be kind of careful with it because it is all alcohol, but it is a fantastic drink. So there you have it, my friends, the Raspberry Beret by Sarah Morrissey of Frenchette, New York City. If you like our channel, please hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see some exclusive content we got going on Patreon, go to patreon.com/educatedbarfly. Marius is giving me a symbol behind the camera. He wants me to rattle on about other stuff. I will say this, actually. I announced a little while ago that I may be doing a research and development bar on some night at the bar Harvard and Stone in Hollywood, and that is going to happen September 9th. So Monday, September 9th, I will be at Harvard and Stone. I will be pouring some drinks with a little Argonaut brandy and a little Amaro Montenegro. We've got some really, I'm putting together a nice menu. I am testing the cocktails right now, and all of the cocktails are going to be inspired by my favorite Miami pulp writer, Charles Willeford. So all of them are kind of inspired by those. You're going to see some of those drinks pop up on this channel for those of you that can't make it. But if you guys are in Hollywood, or you can get yourself to Hollywood September 9th, come and see me. Have a drink with me. It's going to be so much fun. All right, guys, I will see you next time.